Hello everyone, bonjour, and welcome back to the channel. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath. The world can wait. This moment is for you. You have worked, studied, and tried so hard. Now it's time to rest, to learn in peace, not with pressure, but with presence. Tonight, you will not study English. You will feel it. Your mind will listen, your heart will open, and your soul will relax. Every word will gently touch your dreams. As you fall asleep, your subconscious will begin to understand, to remember, to grow. There is no effort, no fear, only calm. Let go. Let English flow through your breath, your thoughts, your sleep. You are safe. You are learning. You are becoming fluent, one dream at a time. The power of words in sleep. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this. The world is quiet. The lights are low. Your breathing slows down. And in this soft silence, English words begin to flow through your mind, calm, clear, and gentle. This is not a lesson. This is not a classroom. It's a moment where your mind learns without effort. Because when you sleep, your brain doesn't stop. It listens, it remembers, it connects. Scientists have discovered something beautiful. During sleep, the human brain keeps processing sound and emotion. When you hear calm, positive English words as you rest, your subconscious starts to recognize their rhythm, their music, their meaning. It's like planting seeds. Quiet, invisible, but full of life. Think about how babies learn. They don't study, they listen. They hear voices, songs, and stories day after day. And one morning, they just speak. That's the secret. Learning through emotion and repetition, not pressure. When you listen to English as you rest, you're training your mind to feel the language, not just study it. You're teaching your body to relax in English, to think gently in English, to let the words become part of who you are. Tonight, your mind will not fight to memorize. It will simply receive. Each English phrase you hear is like a wave touching the shore of your thoughts, slowly, softly. Words like peace, confidence, trust, and flow begin to sink deep into your heart. You don't have to repeat them. You don't have to understand every word. Just feel them, because feelings are the first language of the soul. Let me tell you a short story. There was once a girl named Emma who struggled with English for years. She studied hard, but her words always felt stuck. One night, she decided to listen to English before bed. Soft affirmations, short stories, calm voices. At first, nothing changed. But after 2 weeks, she noticed something strange. She woke up one morning thinking in English. Her inner voice whispered, "Today is going to be a good day." It surprised her, but it was real. Because while she slept, English had found a home in her dreams. That's the power of words in sleep. They bypass fear, stress, and self-doubt. They go directly to your heart. So, tonight, as you lie down, tell yourself gently, I am open, I am calm, I am learning with ease. Let English flow through you like music, not like homework. Let it remind you that every night is a chance to grow silently. As the writer Khalil Gibran once said, your living is determined not so much by what life brings to you, as by the attitude you bring to life. And the same is true for language. The way you feel about English matters more than the grammar you know. So, breathe. Relax your shoulders. Let the words come. Let your mind rest and your heart listen. Because in the silence of sleep, you're not just resting. You're becoming fluent, naturally, gently, beautifully. A night story. The river and the sky. Tonight, let me tell you a story. A story not about grammar or rules, but about peace and how language can flow like water. There once was a young man named David. He lived near a quiet river that curved through his small town. Every evening, after a long day of work, he would walk along the riverbank, listening to the soft sound of the water touching the stones. It was his time to breathe, to think, to feel calm. David had a dream. He wanted to speak English, but every time he tried, his voice trembled. Words hid behind his fear. He watched videos, repeated phrases, read books, but his English stayed in his head, never in his heart. One night, he sat by the river under a wide open sky. The moon was bright. The wind was slow. He closed his eyes and whispered to himself, I'm tired of trying so hard. Maybe I just need to listen. And so he did. He played a short English story through his phone, a calm voice reading about kindness, hope, and trust. At first, he didn't understand every word, but it didn't matter, because for the first time, he wasn't studying. He was just listening, like the river listens to the sky. The story said, you don't need to force English. Let it flow through you. The words blended with the sound of the water, and slowly something inside him began to relax. Each night, he returned to that same spot by the river. He would lie on the grass, listen to the soft voice, and watch the stars above. The stories became his bedtime ritual, a gentle conversation between his heart and a new language. Weeks passed. Then one morning, he met a tourist asking for directions. Without thinking, David spoke, naturally, simply, clearly. The words came like water, smooth and free. He smiled to himself. It wasn't perfect English, but it was real. It was alive. Because he had learned not by pushing, but by flowing. This story, my friend, is not about David alone. It's about you and every learner who has ever felt stuck, tired, or afraid. Sometimes the best way to move forward is to stop fighting and start listening. Language is like a river. If you try to hold it too tightly, it escapes. But if you relax, it carries you. So tonight, imagine yourself by that same river. Feel the air. Hear the soft sounds. Let the English words move through your thoughts, like ripples under the moonlight. Don't chase them. Just trust that they will return. As the poet Rumi once wrote, When you let go of who you are, you become what you might be. And maybe that's what English really teaches us. Not how to say new words, but how to become a calmer, freer version of ourselves. Now, breathe deeply. Let your body rest. You're not just listening to a story, you're learning to float in the river of English. And somewhere in that quiet flow, your true voice is waiting. Learning through stillness. There is a quiet kind of learning, one that doesn't come from effort, but from stillness. When your body rests and your mind becomes calm, something beautiful happens inside you. Your thoughts slow down. Your heart opens. And the words you've heard, the sounds of English, start to settle softly into your memory. Think of a lake after the rain. When the wind stops, the water becomes still. And only then can it reflect the sky clearly. Your mind works the same way. When you stop chasing understanding, understanding comes to you. Many people believe they must work harder to learn English, but sometimes learning begins when you stop trying so hard. Because your brain keeps learning even when you rest. This is called passive learning, the art of letting knowledge flow into your subconscious mind. Let's imagine this together. You are lying in bed. The room is dark. A soft voice is speaking in English. Maybe you understand some words, maybe not. But your heart feels safe. You don't have to translate. You just listen, like the earth listens to the rain. Each phrase, each sound touches your mind gently. Your brain records rhythm, emotion, and tone, even when you are half asleep. Over time, this becomes natural memory. It's how children learn their first language, not through grammar books, but through listening, feeling, and repetition. The famous writer Paulo Coelho once said, "The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them." Learning English in stillness is one of those simple, extraordinary things. You don't need pressure. You need peace. So, as you listen tonight, try not to focus on meaning. Focus on energy. Let the sound of the words become part of your breathing. Inhale with "I am calm." Exhale with "I am learning." Feel how light your thoughts become. Feel the tension leave your shoulders, your chest, and your face. This calmness is not only for sleep, it's the perfect state for learning. Because when your body relaxes, your mind becomes open, and English finds its way inside, quietly, kindly, completely. Maybe you remember David by the river. He didn't study that night. He just listened. And that stillness helped his English grow roots deep inside him. You can do the same. When you wake up, you might not remember every word, but something inside you will feel familiar, as if English is slowly becoming part of your natural rhythm. So tonight, trust the silence. Let your breath guide you. You are learning through peace, not pressure. Through softness, not struggle. And maybe tomorrow morning, when you speak, your words will come out smoother, clearer, softer, like a quiet stream flowing through you.
Stillness is not empty. It's full of quiet answers. Gentle English affirmations for calm and confidence. Now take a deep breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale gently. Let your body rest. Let your mind drift. You are safe here. You are learning softly, naturally, beautifully. When you learn a language, you are not just memorizing words. You are shaping how you feel inside. Every word you hear, every sentence you repeat, creates a small change in your mind. So tonight, let's speak to your heart. Let's fill it with peace, confidence, and quiet strength. Repeat these words in your mind. You don't have to say them aloud. Just feel them. I am calm. I let go of all stress. English comes to me easily. I am open. I listen with my heart. I understand more and more every day. I am confident. I am not afraid to speak. My voice matters. My words have power. I am patient. I don't rush. Learning takes time, and I trust the process. I am grateful. Each word I learn brings me closer to connection. Each sentence helps me understand the world a little more. I am growing. Even in silence, I'm learning. Even in sleep, my mind remembers. Now, imagine yourself speaking English freely. You are in a small cafe, the sun is warm, and you're talking with a friend. You laugh, you listen, you reply easily. The words flow like music, natural, relaxed, confident. You don't think about grammar. You don't translate in your head. You just feel the language. You live it. And every time you smile, your English becomes a little more alive. Learning a language is not about perfection. It's about connection. It's about expressing who you are. So even if you make mistakes, you are still communicating something real, yourself. Remember what Maya Angelou once said? People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. When you speak English with kindness, with warmth and truth, people feel it. That's what makes your English powerful. So tonight, while you rest, let these affirmations flow through you. Let your mind replay them softly, like waves against the shore. I am calm. I am confident. I am learning. I am growing. Your subconscious is listening. Your heart understands. And slowly, gently, your English becomes a part of who you are. So rest now. You are doing beautifully. You are exactly where you need to be. Everything is working, quietly, perfectly, in your favor. Emotional healing through language. close your eyes for a moment. Feel your breath. In and out. You are safe here. You are healing, even now. Language is not just about words. It's about emotion, memory, connection. When we speak, we don't only share information, we share pieces of our soul. Think about the first time you heard someone speak English. Maybe it felt distant, like music you couldn't quite understand, but still beautiful. That moment, that feeling, was the beginning of connection. Every time you learn a new word, you open a small window inside your heart. Through that window, you can see new stories, new emotions, new ways of understanding yourself and others. Many people begin learning English with fear. They're afraid of mistakes, of judgment, of not sounding good enough. But healing begins when you realize you don't need to be perfect to be understood. You just need to be real. When you say, "I don't know this word," that's honesty. When you say something wrong and laugh, that's courage. When you try again tomorrow, that's growth. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman named Hannah. She moved to London for work. At first, she felt lost. Everyone spoke so fast. Their words felt heavy, and her mind froze every time she tried to speak. One day, she stopped trying to be perfect. She started to listen. Really listen. She began writing her thoughts in English, even if they weren't perfect. She told herself, "I'm not learning English, I'm learning myself." Months later, Hannah realized something. She didn't just speak better, she felt lighter, because each word she learned helped her release something inside. Old fear, old shame, old doubt. That's the true power of language. It's not just communication, it's transformation. When you speak kindly to yourself in English, you create a bridge between your inner world and the world outside. You begin to believe in your voice again. So say this softly to yourself. I forgive myself for my mistakes. I am proud of my progress. I am learning, and I am healing. Every time you say these words, your heart becomes stronger. Your English becomes clearer. Your confidence grows. There's a quote from Rumi that says, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." When you learn a new language, you allow new light into your mind, new beauty, new peace, new connection. English is not just a skill, it's a mirror. Through it, you discover who you are becoming. So tonight, as you rest, let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of comparison. Let go of fear. Breathe. You are already enough. You are learning through love, and love is the greatest teacher of all. Now, the night is deep and calm. Your body feels light. Your mind feels open. You are at peace. Remember, English is not something to chase. It's something to live with. Every sound, every breath, every dream. Tonight you have learned through silence, emotion, and imagination. Your heart has practiced understanding. Your mind has practiced letting go. Keep this calm with you as you sleep. Let English stay in your dreams, and let tomorrow bring new understanding. You are learning easily, beautifully, naturally. Good night, my friend. Sleep deeply, and wake up wiser, stronger, and more fluent than before.